you know, but while we're here, what is your thoughts on gun control, and who in 2023 do you think should be allowed to even carry or own a gun?
My thoughts on gun control was the first one.
Yep.
My thoughts on gun control: use two hands, take a deep breath, and don't let the recoil hit you too much. That's how you control a gun. Real gun, no, but...
First things first, I'd vote for this good brother here to be president, but that's just on a side note. You know, hey, just in case one day you're going to ever throw your name up on the ballot, you got my vote here. Couldn't be a perfect candidate, you know, more perfect candidate, rather, to have this type of discussion about gun control. Like, I'll have my own sort of weird mixed feelings in some cases. Like, for the most part, I'm 100%, you know, I'm against the idea of gun control, but you can definitely make some sort of arguments to me in some cases, or at least in the past, I want to say that. You could make to me that, you know, do I really want some fuckhead in North Philly walking around with explosive devices, or, you know, certain other military type shit? But a discussion like this from somebody seriously in the military, you know, has the experience he has, you couldn't ask for somebody better to have these points from. Also, too, just to throw in there that, you know, there's a note as he's asking this, like, you know, who do we think is who's good enough, or who do we decide should be able to have a fucking, you know, the right to protect themselves, firearm wise. Just for my little 2 cents, any and everybody that we're deciding is good enough to now be free. If you've served whatever debt that you've, you know, had to pay to society, if you've whatever bullshit you done did, if we're now saying you're good enough to be free, you should be good enough now to go out and protect yourself.
It's impossible. There's more guns in America than there are people. It would be impossible to get rid of every single gun off the street. And even if you did, let's say like the UK, shankings and stabbings would increase tenfold. And then we got to worry about being stabbed, a mass stabbing, like has happened in the past in the UK, mass stabbings and stuff like that. But people are always going to find a way to conduct violence. And if you take away the ability to, let's say, if we say guns are the main contributor to mass killings in America. So, okay, let's say if we take all the guns away, who's going to be the next Timothy McVeigh? It doesn't take much. If somebody wants to take out a bunch of people, it's not much. It doesn't take much, but a Home Depot stop to make something. They can take out way more people than a 30-round magazine could. And if the police have ARs or semi-automatics, and they have MRAPs and mini tanks and militarized weapons and vehicles, and the government has it, I just don't see why I shouldn't be able to.
So I couldn't say it any better. The fact that, you know, like police officers, like, you know, Secret Service, motherfuckers who defend people like within politics, the fact that they can have the level of, you know, protection, even the military grade equipment, that's one of the biggest arguments that makes me even say, like, yeah, even like we the people still should have the ability to access that shit as well, because who's kidding fucking who? All you need is a Hurricane Katrina. All you need is the lights to go out long enough, and you're fucked. You are on your own. You are at, like, you know, your level of preparedness is up to what you can and can't do, and there's nobody that's coming to fucking save you. So, like, the idea that it becomes like, well, you know what? We're not even going to allow you to have that. It's become easier to turn me, and definitely in these past years, specifically on military grade type shit. Automatic type weapons is like, listen, I can remember even early 90s hearing fucking automatic weapons go off in the city, and it fucking sounds crazy, but still, it's like, even now it's like niggas walking around with these Glock switches. Them things, they like $20 and shit, and they snapping them on Glocks, and it sounds just as crazy. People walking around with binary triggers. And, you know, if you got the Skadol, then you can go out and buy a full grade military weapon anyway on some black market type shit. So all great fucking points he's making here, which again, the whole idea of gun control is that much more fucking ridiculous.
Because the black market's going to always exist. Criminals are always going to find a way to steal, get whatever they want. I just don't want to be at a disadvantage. And if we're going to take everything away, take it all away. I don't want to see the cops have them. I don't want to see the politicians' bodyguards to have them, the Secret Service to have them. Let's all be fair and just square up and we can fight if that's the way it's going to be. And then we'll have an even playing field on, the cream of the crop. But until that day comes, for me, and maybe it is me being selfish, but to be able to protect my family, will always, always trump someone trying to do harm to them. Like, their life will never matter when it comes to protecting my family. And if to protect my family means that I need to have an AR or a pistol, like I have a pistol on me now, and it's just not because I want to go out here and use it. It's because I know people out here are crazy, and not everything is a one-on-one fight. Sometimes there's 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 5 people storm into your home. Like there's plenty of videos of on YouTube and the internet, home break-ins. Granddad's shotgun ain't gonna always do the trick, and grandmother's 5-6 shot revolver won't do it always either. But in my case, me having the ability to have 30 rounds, 15 rounds plus, I'll probably walk out on top every time. So, but like I said, until we get rid of them all, I need something. Because if not, I'm out here with assless chaps.
So if I can piggyback here once more on these great fucking points that he's making, like if we somehow were to live or play this fantasy out of like, let's just remove all the fucking guns, let's just get rid of them all, and then now we just all squaring up, everybody just using their fists or what they can find on the ground. We rocking each other to death. We fucking, it ain't like we getting rid of all of the fucking, like the steak knives and shit from, from Walmart. But it's like, let's just say we living in that fucking fantasy here. We're still not even as human beings. You can't stand me next to a fucking UFC fighter or like a pro wrestler. Goddamn, stand me next to Brian. Stand me next to LeBron James and tell me that we're fucking even. Without the ability to have something that equalizes things, like, you don't want to live in that fucking world. Men, women, like, I'm not a fucking giant dude. I'm fucking 5'7", 165. I'm not a fucking big man. A lot of people can throw me through a fucking wall. But with that being said, you don't want to live where you don't have the ability to somehow fucking even things out here. So, I can't stress how well of points he's making here, outside of the fact that even more so him being in the military, this is a guy who's actually fought for these rights here. So that it just makes it easier to hear this from such an illustrious individual as him. This right here is a fucking American right there. This is America. This guy's right here. He's fighting for freedom. What'd you do? What'd you do today, huh? It wasn't fighting for freedom, I'm gonna tell you that, baby.
Now, who wants to go home? And who wants to go with me?
All right, and always as usual, you jackasses, my 2 pearls of wisdom for the day is gonna be, hey, be a good neighbor. I got a fucking new neighbor. Be a good neighbor. Carry shit bags whenever you got, your dogs and you're out, walking and doing whatever, frolicking out in the fucking God about. Carry shit bags with you, you goddamn it. And recycle. Go ahead. Also recycle. Use paper straws, you fucking assholes. All right. Thank you very much.